You do not hunt a submarine with a merchant ship. That is the rule everyone knows. It is written into naval doctrine, reinforced by physics, and proven by experience. A slow, unarmored cargo vessel does not fight a purpose-built predator designed to stalk unseen, strike without warning, and vanish beneath the sea. In 1914, the German Imperial Navy believes this rule is absolute. Their U-boats prowl the Atlantic and the western approaches with near impunity. Steel cylinders barely 65 meters long. Crews of fewer than 40 men. Torpedoes that hit without mercy. And merchant ships? They are victims. Floating targets. Helpless silhouettes on the horizon. The British Admiralty believes it too. Officially. Because publicly, Britain insists that merchant shipping is defenseless. That there is no way to stop a submarine once it surfaces. That convoys are impossible. That countermeasures are limited to prayers, zigzagging, and luck. Germany accepts this narrative completely. And that belief becomes fatal. Because hidden inside Britain's most vulnerable-looking ships is a weapon so deceptive, so dangerous, and so deniable that for years, the Admiralty pretends it does not exist at all. But in 1916, one man steps onto the bridge of an ordinary-looking cargo ship and prepares to break the rule completely. You are Lieutenant Commander Gordon Campbell. You are 32 years old. Calm. Precise. A professional officer with a sharp mind and an unusual assignment. Your ship is HMS Farnborough. On paper, she is nothing special. A merchant steamer. A tramp ship. Rust streaked hull. Cargo booms idle. Slow speed, barely 10 knots on a good day. But you know what she really is. She is a lie. Below the deck planking are hidden compartments. Behind collapsible bulwarks sit 12-pounder naval guns. Her crew is not merchant sailors but trained Royal Navy gunners, engineers, and signalmen, each man drilled to play a role in a deadly performance. You command a Q-ship. Officially, Q-ships do not exist. They are not listed in fleet registers. Their actions are denied in Parliament. Survivors are instructed to say nothing. Even their victories are often attributed to unknown causes. Why? Because secrecy is survival. German submarines have learned patterns. They know that torpedoes are precious, usually only 6 aboard. So against merchant ships, they surface. They use deck guns. They take prisoners. They play with their prey. And that is the mistake Britain intends to exploit. The strategic situation is dire. By early 1916, German U-boats sink over 500,000 tons of Allied shipping per month. Britain imports more than 60% of its food. Every lost freighter shortens the clock toward starvation. If the U-boats win, Britain loses the war. And so the Admiralty authorizes a gamble so dangerous that even its own officers are not told the full details. Your orders are simple and terrifying: sail alone, appear helpless, and invite attack. You are bait. And the moment a German submarine believes you are beaten, you strike. Now you wait. The sea is calm. Visibility stretches for miles. Too good. Perfect conditions for a submarine commander to feel confident. It is April 1916. You stand on the bridge, scanning the horizon through binoculars. The Farnborough steams at an even pace. Smoke pours lazily from the funnel. Everything looks wrong in the right way. At 9:40 a.m., the lookout calls it. A shape. Low. Gray. A periscope wake slicing the water 800 yards off the port bow. You do nothing. Minutes pass. Then the U-boat surfaces. She is close. Too close. Barely 600 yards. You can see the crew on the conning tower. Leather coats. Binoculars. Casual. Confident. A signal flag rises from the submarine. Stop your engines. Prepare to abandon ship. Your heart rate does not change. Your voice remains level. You order the engines slowed. Not stopped. Slowed. This matters. You cannot look eager. You cannot look brave. You must look afraid. The German commander fires a warning shot. The shell splashes wide but close enough to send spray over the deck. You order the panic party into action. Men stumble onto the deck. Some limp. Some shout. Lifeboats are lowered too quickly. Oars are dropped. It looks like chaos. It is theater. Below decks, gun crews crouch in darkness, fingers tight around lanyards. Sweat drips. No one speaks. The U-boat closes the distance. 400 yards. 300 yards. You hear the scrape of boots as German sailors ready the deck gun. They are preparing to finish you. The submarine commander stands exposed. This is the moment. But if you fire too early, the U-boat dives and escapes. Too late, and one shell could rip your bridge apart. You wait. 200 yards. The German gun fires. The shell punches through the hull just above the waterline. Wood explodes. Steam hisses. Smoke pours out. You stagger. On purpose. You signal the final act. The white ensign snaps up the mast. Panels drop away. Hidden guns swing into the open. You shout the order. Fire. The Farnborough erupts. At point-blank range, 12-pounder shells slam into the U-boat's conning tower. One hit. 2. 3. Steel tears open. Men are thrown into the sea. The German deck gun never fires again. The submarine tries to dive. Too late. A shell punches through the pressure hull at the waterline. You watch the U-boat roll, list, and sink in under 90 seconds. Silence returns. Only now do you feel the tremor in your hands. This was not a battle. It was an execution, built entirely on deception. And it works again. And again. Over the next months, you repeat the same ritual. Each time the Germans believe the lie. Each time the cost rises. Then, on February 17, 1917, the trap nearly fails. You are in the Bay of Biscay when a torpedo hits. No warning. No surfacing. The Farnborough shudders. Bulkheads rupture. Water floods in. Your ship is dying. The panic party launches for real this time. Lifeboats hit the water. Men pull away, wounded and bleeding. You stay. Smoke pours from below decks. The ship lists sharply. Then the U-boat surfaces to finish you. The German commander has made the worst possible decision. You give the order. From a ship already half sunk, the guns open fire. The German submarine explodes under the barrage. You win. But your ship is beyond saving. As the Farnborough finally slips beneath the waves, you are pulled from the sea, alive. Against every expectation, the impossible worked. Mid-roll CTA. If you find this kind of forgotten history as fascinating as we do, we'd be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button. We believe these stories of courage, sacrifice, and ingenuity deserve to be told. And by subscribing, you help us ensure they aren't forgotten. What Germany doesn't know is how close this secret comes to breaking their campaign entirely. Q-ships force a change. U-boat commanders grow paranoid. Surfacing becomes dangerous. Engagements take longer. Ammunition is wasted. Opportunities are missed. The tonnage sunk drops. Convoys become viable. Depth charges are refined. And the psychological edge, the hunter's confidence, is gone. Germany responds by ordering submarines to fire torpedoes without warning. Unrestricted submarine warfare returns. That decision pulls the United States into the war. The irony is complete. The weapon Britain pretended did not exist reshapes naval warfare, not through firepower, but through fear. Gordon Campbell survives the war. He receives the Victoria Cross. Quietly. Without parades. Many Q-ship crews do not. Their ships leave no monuments. Their names fade into logbooks and sealed files. But to this day, modern naval deception traces its lineage back to those rusted hulls and staged panics. Because sometimes, victory doesn't come from being stronger. It comes from being underestimated. If this story moved you, please hit that like button. Every click tells the algorithm this piece of history is worth remembering. We're dedicated to rescuing these forgotten stories from the archives. If you want to join us on this mission, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment with your city or state, and tell us if someone in your family served. Thank you for ensuring that Gordon Campbell and the men of the Q-ships do not disappear into silence. They deserve to be remembered.